For photographers who can't resist zooming into their 61-megapixel RAW files at 200% just to scrutinize every detail, the Sony A7R VI is likely the specter lingering over your upgrade decisions. While the Sony A7V has recently refreshed the company's general-purpose lineup, it has left a distinct gap in Sony's roadmap, one that is simultaneously tantalizing and mysterious. Enthusiasts and professionals alike are aware that a new high-resolution flagship is inevitable, yet the exact timing and specifications remain unknown. This void creates a unique kind of anticipation. The next major evolution in Sony's R series seems imminent, but uncertainty fuels speculation and discussion. The rumors circulating about the A7R VI are already generating excitement across the photography community, the loudest being the potential 80-megapixel sensor. This speculation isn't unfounded. Sony Semiconductor has already demonstrated that scaling the pixel density from Fujifilm's 40-megapixel APS-C architecture could yield full-frame sensors in the 80 to 90-megapixel range. The challenge, however, is not just packing in more pixels, it's moving that data fast enough to avoid severe rolling shutter artifacts. For a camera designed with stills in mind, though, Sony may finally embrace the philosophy that absolute resolution can take precedence over readout speed. Positioning the A7R VI strictly as a high-resolution specialist could allow the company to prioritize detail, leaving faster models like the A12 and A93 to handle action in high-speed shooting. Beyond the sensor, the rumored feature set aligns closely with Sony's current high-end strategy. Expect the Bian's XR processing engine, potentially paired with dedicated AI accelerators, to manage tasks like subject recognition, noise reduction, and more sophisticated autofocus. Advanced auto-subject detection could rival or even surpass what the A12 offers today, recognizing everything from birds, insects, and helmets to humans and other trained subjects. This approach leverages AI not as a gimmick but as a real-time enhancement to precision photography. Stabilization is another area expected to see significant improvement. Sources suggest the A7R VI could reach approximately 8.5 stops of in-body stabilization, a game-changer for handheld landscape or architectural photography at extreme resolution. Even at 80 megapixels, the combination of optical and electronic stabilization could make shooting with long lenses or slower shutter speeds far more practical. For video, the A7R VI is anticipated to support 8K at 30 or 60 frames per second and 4K up to 120 FPS with full 10-bit internal color. While it won't compete directly with dedicated cinema cameras, these specifications position it as a formidable hybrid tool for professionals who need high-quality video without carrying a full cinema rig. The electronic viewfinder is expected to maintain the incredibly detailed 9.44 million dot panel of the A7R V, possibly with better brightness and eye relief for eyeglass wearers. The rear LCD may adopt the 4-axis multi-angle touchscreen introduced on the A7R V, providing flexibility for videographers and vertical shooters, while still remaining accessible to traditionalists. Dual card slots supporting CF Express Type A and SD cards will likely continue, giving photographers the option to balance speed, storage, and cost. Timing for the A7R VI release also appears to fit Sony's historical cadence. The A7R V launched in 2022, and with the A7V already updating the general-purpose segment, the next R series update seems plausible for late 2025, with availability likely spilling into early 2026. Of course, production delays, supply chain issues, or strategic prioritization of video-focused bodies could push this timeline further, but all signs suggest Sony is planning a calculated and impactful release. Sony isn't merely designing the A7R VI for existing alpha users, it is also strategically positioned to challenge competitors across the high-resolution landscape. Canon's EOS R5 and the upcoming R5 II are immediate rivals, but both max out at 45 megapixels. If Sony delivers an 80-megapixel sensor with state-of-the-art autofocus and professional-grade video capabilities, the A7R VI could dominate the high-resolution full-frame market almost instantly. Nikon users, meanwhile, remain split. Some believe the Z7 series has been superseded by the Z8, while others are waiting for a true stills-first Z7 III with 60 megapixels or higher. By aggressively increasing resolution while maintaining clean image quality, Sony may push Nikon to either match the megapixel arms race or focus on stacked sensor improvements to differentiate themselves. Interestingly, the A7R VI could even draw attention from photographers considering medium-format alternatives. Cameras like the Fujifilm GFX100S2 or the Hasselblad X2D100C offer unmatched tonality and dynamic range, but come with trade-offs such as slower autofocus, bulkier systems, and a more limited lens ecosystem. Many photographers aspire to medium format but stick with full frame for practicality. An 80-megapixel A7R VI could act as a bridge, offering near-medium format detail and dynamic range without requiring new lenses, slower shutter speeds, or heavier gear. While it won't replace true medium format, it could offer a compelling alternative for those seeking extreme resolution in a full-frame package. Sony will also need to carefully maintain the distinction between the A7R VI and its flagship A12 series. The A12 is built for speed and versatility, while the A7R VI will likely prioritize precision and detail. Both models can coexist successfully if Sony preserves these identities, preventing overlap and ensuring each model serves a clear purpose in their lineup. Community reaction to the A7R VI rumors has been polarized. On one side, photographers are thrilled at the possibility of 80 megapixels, emphasizing the flexibility that higher resolution affords for landscapes, product photography, or telephoto cropping. For these users, the A7R VI represents the next logical step toward near-medium format quality without the associated drawbacks. On the other side, some are suffering from megapixel fatigue, feeling that 61 megapixels already challenges workflow, storage, and high ISO performance. They would prefer Sony focus on improving dynamic range, reducing rolling shutter, enhancing color depth, or refining computational features like pixel shift and focus bracketing. Ergonomics and usability are also part of the conversation. Users have requested features such as a top-plate info display similar to what Hasselblad offers, better heat management for long video sessions, enhanced weather sealing, and smarter control lockouts to prevent accidental adjustments during extended shoots. Skepticism remains regarding the leaks themselves, with veteran users reminding newcomers that much of the 80-megapixel chatter online is speculative or AI-generated clickbait. Those familiar with Sony's roadmap are under strict NDA and cannot verify leaks, so the line between rumor and reality remains blurred. Despite the uncertainties, the anticipation for the A7R VI is palpable. Many photographers skipped the A7R V, seeing it as a refinement rather than a revolution, and now own lenses capable of resolving more detail than before. For them, 80 megapixels feels like the natural next step. The release of the A7V has modernized Sony's lower-tier full-frame lineup, while the A12 and A93 models cover speed and action-oriented shooting, and the A7C2 and A7CR fill compact niches. That leaves the high-resolution flagship space largely unoccupied, a gap that the A7R VI appears poised to fill in 2026. In conclusion, whether the Sony A7R VI lands exactly as rumored or undergoes changes before its official unveiling, it is clear that Sony intends to make a statement in the high-resolution market. Photographers, videographers, and hybrid shooters alike should watch closely, as this camera has the potential to reshape expectations, challenge competitors, and influence the direction of full-frame imaging for years to come. For now, the best approach is to stay informed, consider your workflow needs, and weigh whether the A7R VI aligns with your shooting priorities. One thing is certain, the next generation R series flagship is coming, and it is poised to make a significant impact on the photography world.